Gasolene is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curson, producer, creator of Gasolene. Hope you enjoy.
Well, we're here with one of the organisers of the Temora 1000, Eden McDougall. Fantastic event, mate. You'd have to be happy.
Oh, thank you, Glenn. It's a fantastic turnout here. We've got so many cars out here. They're having a ball. Like, we've got so many cars in the show and shine. We've got a full field running down the runway, hitting close to 300 kilometres an hour. Some beautiful cars on show. The weather's a bit harsh, but, you know, what a beautiful day for a race day, and everyone's having a ball.
I've got to say that Michael Curson, the producer, and myself can't wait to get our cars down here and run them down the strip. It looks like an absolute ball out there, doesn't it?
Well, Glenn, we can't wait to have you down here. At the moment, the GTRs are dicing with a Ford Capri, early model of all things, for the fastest elapsed time. And the guys are just going neck to neck. There's a real dice going on for it. And I can't believe that there's a little old Ford Capri 1970 model taking it to the GTR R35s at $100 and something plus $1,000 worth of machinery up against a Ford Capri with a V8 in it. It's a beautiful event.
It's just so great to see the old school versus new school. There's nothing like it. There's something for everybody here. Get yourself down here for the next event. I promise you, you'll enjoy it to the hill. Thanks for talking to us, Eden. We enjoyed hitting you, mate. It's been a great event.
We can't wait to see your cars down here and have a go at it.
Thanks, mate. Well, with Mark Rowley here in his LX SLR Tirana. Mark, looking forward to the day?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm quite excited. I did it last year, but this year I had a few issues and I've got them all sorted out, and I'm hoping this car goes really well, you know. Yeah, look, it's I've put an LS engine in it, LS 5.7, and the T56 six-speed manual, and I've got 411 gears. It's been tuned. It's pretty much standard, but just with the tune. And I hope this year that I break 230 kilometres an hour, whereas last year I didn't get that fast. So that's my goal. May go faster, may go slower. We'll just see.
Should work quite well with that combo. I mean, they're a great engine, these engines. They make some fantastic power. And the Tremec 6-speed has got some pretty tall 5th and 6th gears. So with the 411s, it should work quite well.
Yeah. Look, when we had it on the dyno, I think it was in 5th gear, it pulled to 215, and then the 6th gear, which is a really long gear, we'll have to do the rest. So hopefully with the tuning and everything, it's got enough, and we give some of the new guys a run for the money, huh? We'll see.
Well, there's nothing like a bit of retro. Did you build the car yourself?
Yeah, I bought a kit to fit the engine, and yeah, just all the work was done by myself. I got my brother to paint it, and kept it like the original colour, you know, in the theme of it. Did the wheels, you know, in the same sort of theme and stuff. So, yeah, so yeah, everything was pretty much done by me, except for like the diff, where, you know, it has to be done by a professional. Yeah.
Mate, what an absolute animal. I can't wait to see how she performs out there on the strip.
Yeah, I hope so too. You know, it should be good. Yeah, look, it seems to get a lot of fans. You know, there's not many old cars here. They all seem to be modern. So we'll hope the old school cars give them a bit of a shake-up anyway.
Good stuff, mate. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thanks. Cheers.
back in the pits with Tristan and his wild Capri. How'd it go out there for you, mate? Sounded good.
Yeah, it was all right. It was a bit surprising. I thought it was going to be a bit more sort of scary and bumpy, but it was good. Backed off about 750 and just got on the brakes, took overdrive off and pulled up easy. So this time I'll give it a little bit more and see if it does all right. I don't even know what we've done yet. They haven't even got the times up yet, so I don't even know if it was fast, slow. Should I just go home already because it's so slow? I don't know.
I don't think so.
By the sounds of some of them other ones, they sound pretty bloody good too. So, but no, it was good fun. So we'll go again. I wasn't sure if it was pinging, and I don't know whether it's rocks flicking on the guards or it's actually pinging. So I took a degree of timing out of it. Hopefully we go all right.
Good job, mate. Give it heaps out there.
Thanks, guys.
And don't forget, viewers, to look up the all-new Shannons Club. Shannons Club is a huge site. It's like a hub for enthusiasts. You jump on there. You can start your own garage, put pictures of your cars up there, stories of your cars, videos, you name it. You'll see people like myself on there, Jim Richards. Click on our garages and check out some of our machines and some of our past machines. It's an incredible site. It's growing every day, so get onto it and have a ball. Well, here we are again, back in this hangar with Peter, with Spitfire number 2. Isn't this engine a sight for sore eyes? Peter, tell us about this Spitfire and what's going on here.
Not a problem, Glenn. This is a Mark 8 Spitfire. It was the last Spitfire delivered to the Royal Australian Air Force. It never actually saw service. By the time it arrived here in this country with 4 hours total time on it, the war was drawing to an end in the Pacific. So it was basically put straight into storage, and that's where it's at. It ended up doing a little bit of time with the automotive as a training aid, and then got bought out by a gentleman in Scone called Colin Pay, who restored it to flying, and we received the aeroplane off him. So it's fitted with another Rolls-Royce Merlin, 1650 cubic inch, 1710 horsepower. It weighs a ton. Yeah, it's 1,000 kilos of engine, 2-stage, 2-speed supercharging, reduction gear on the front. It's a pretty amazing bit of gear. So,
unbelievable. And compression ratio and boost levels in something like this?
It runs about 6.6, 6.8 to 1 compression. The engine's boosted on takeoff, which is where the maximum power is used. We use 3,000 RPM and 15 inches of boost. They could run to 25 pound in wartime on some good 115, 145 octane fuel.
And tell us about the intercooling system and how it actually operates on these engines, Peter.
It's a water-to-air intercooler, or aftercooler. So after the fuel-air mixture has gone through 2 stages of supercharging, it goes up through a matrix that is cooled by water before it goes into the engine to bring that temperature back down and the density of the air back down. The water is pumped through there from radiators in the wing of the Spitfire. So it's this constant flow of water. Gets cooled down by the airflow through the radiator when it's flying, and it keeps the fuel-air mixture nice and cool.
And these Spitfires that are being restored, and obviously this one's being restored, the other one's going, do they get used?
Yes, we fly here at the museum first and third Saturdays a month. We don't fly a Spitfire every flying day, every showcase day, but at least once a month one of the Spitfires will fly. So yeah, and everyone gets to see it fly, so it's pretty good.
We're the Gasolene twins. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Historic Sandown return of the Thunder and see classics, muscle cars, those insane Formula 5000s and much, much more. Don't miss it. See vhrr.com for more details.
Well, we're here in the pits with Sebastian Lipp from Pilatus, Australia, and he's very angry looking R35 Nissan GTR. Mate, this thing is absolutely flying out there. Tell us how it's going.
Yeah, not too bad. We've run into a few issues with it. We're just we're hitting the drag at the top end there now, so we get to about 280 odd, and then it's like hitting a bit of a brick wall. So we're doing a few modifications here to reduce the drag on the front of it, and hopefully we'll crack the 300 mark in the next couple of runs, which will be quite good.
Now, I've heard this engine is a very serious power plant. What sort of power does it make?
It's an AMS Alpha 12 engine, so it's a standard GDR engine is 3.8 litres. This is the 4 litre. Pretty much everything inside's forged pistons, rods, the camshafts, etc. Ported heads on it. So it's putting out. It's capable of up to about 1,500 horsepower at the flywheel, 1,350 at the wheels, thereabouts. We're putting out at the moment today around about 1,100 horsepower at the wheels. So the acceleration off the line's not a problem. It's getting the drag part at the other end right, which is taking a bit of intuition to do that.
I would imagine it'd take a very serious transmission to be able to harness that power through all 4 wheels. Is it based on the factory Nissan GTR style trans?
Yeah, it starts life as the factory transmission, and Willow Racing in Adelaide, they've pretty much completely rebuilt the gearbox, got the Fitzner gears in it, so it's all been strengthened, and it's quite a bit different to the standard transmission, but you need that when you're running those sort of power levels.
Fantastic, mate. Well, great talking to you, and I look forward to seeing how it performs for the rest of the day.
Fantastic. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Thank you. We'll have a look at what I've found here, viewers. An absolutely incredible looking XB coupe here, owned by Anthony Thomas here. Anthony, absolutely spectacular looking car, mate. Tell us about the build, tell us about the car, where you bought it. Tell us the full story, mate. It's beautiful.
Well, I had an XB coupe as my first car. Ever since I sold it, I always wanted another one. The wife did eventually give the go-ahead for one. She wasn't expecting exactly what we got now, but finally got one, and it took me 8.5 years for every single nut and bolt out of it, resto. All the rust repairs, new sills on it, the rear quarter's been removed and repaired properly. A lot of panels have been hand manufactured, and yeah, basically it's been my pride and joy.
And you've done the bulk of that work yourself?
Yep, done probably 85 to 90% of it. The interior I haven't done, all the bodywork I did, and a friend of mine put the top coat on. Local here. Everything else is just done home in the garage.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm an electronics engineer.
That's a long way away from being a car builder, mate. I've got to say I've got the utmost respect for what you've done here.
Thank you very much. So,
tell us about the engine specs internally. What's been done to it?
Basically just a mild cam, just to tidy up at this stage. It's only a 302, built more as a cruiser. I have got ideas what I'd like to do with it in the future, but it's a matter of whether time and money permits.
And the transmission and diff combination?
Top loader with 9-inch, XY 9-inch, and converted to ED disc brakes on the rear.
Fantastic, mate. Well, it's an absolute credit to you. I've got, as I said, the utmost respect for the work you've done on this car. Thanks for letting us have a look at it, mate. It's great, Anthony.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Well, we're here with Bill Cross and his fantastic looking FJ Holden utility here. Bill, great looking car, mate. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this is an FJ Holden ute, bright yellow, and I am a member of the Temora Antique Club, and it has a 5-speed gearbox in it with a 6-cylinder motor in it with cam and extractors and everything in it. It goes like a rocket, and it is very, very nice.
The old 202s are a pretty good old engine, aren't they?
Yeah, they were a very good engine. This car was in a smash not long ago, but it has been repaired and has fixed up, and that's why it looks so good today.
And it's only recently been fixed, Bill, is that right?
Yes, it's been fixed about 6 months ago, and that's how it's come back to me like that.
And you only had the car for a few weeks and someone ran into you, is that right?
Yep, that is correct. The first time I drove it out of Temora, I had a bloke drove in front of me which wrecked the ute completely, just about.
What a shame, mate. What an absolute shame. But it's turned out beautifully, mate, and luckily you weren't hurt.
Yeah, we're lucky to still be alive, to be honest.
And I notice you've got another magnificent looking car here too, this VJ White Knight Charger, mate.
Yeah, that's right. It's a beautiful looking machine. I haven't had it very long, only about a week. So it's very, very nice, as you can see.
And it's got a 318, I notice, and a 4-speed manual?
Yep, that is correct. Got 318 in it, all air conditioning, all new leather seats and everything in it.
And you don't see too many of the White Knights about, do you?
No, they're very, very scarce, and there's not many of them around today.
Fantastic, mate. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Yep, thanking you very much for that, and we'll catch up with you on a later date. Thanking you. Bye.
Well, Mustang fans, I've found the car for you here at the Show and Shine section here at this show. Absolutely sensational one here, owned by Greg Walker, this beautiful 68. Mate, this car's a credit to you. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, I picked it up, a fellow imported in from California. It had been smashed into the back of a truck. So a lot of people looked at it and didn't like it, and he said if you're not afraid of a bit of work, you know, you can fix it up. So spent a lot of time on it and replaced all the front, and they had a lot of panels tech screwed in, and just it was shocker, you know, holes everywhere. So yeah, it took a fair while, but yeah, you know, got it back together and she's come up pretty good. Took about 3 years.
And you painted it yourself?
Yeah, painted it myself. Yeah, had a few practice runs on a bit old panels and a 44-gallon drum, and yeah, no, she's come up well. And once I sort of had a bit of a go, I thought, oh, it's not that bad. And,
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, so I was told by a painter how hard it is, and I almost had an ulcer worrying about it, but it's easy. Yeah, come up really good.
Just plenty of patience. And
yeah. Just he said just take your time and away you go. So and it's come up well. Yeah.
Fantastic, mate. Tell us about the drivetrain in the car, the engine and etc.
It's about just under 350 horsepower, which is just enough for this car. And it's just got a top loader gearbox and a 9-inch short and 9-inch diff in it, and with 325 gears in it, and it's just a good little cruiser, you know.
Do you use it much?
Oh, all the time. Yeah. I drive it everywhere. Yeah.
Mate, it looks that immaculate. It's hard to tell that you use it that often.
Yeah, I've been to Sydney and Parks and down near Wangaratta and all over the place, wherever I can go. Yeah. Just any excuse to go for a drive. Yeah.
Fantastic, Greg. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, mate. The car's a credit to you. I'm very, very impressed.
No worries. Thanks very much.
Thanks. You're gonna love it. Well, here we are back at Rocket Industries once again, so let's go inside and take a look around. Now, the name Billet Specialties has been around for a long time in the automotive scene over in the US, including Australia. In fact, they've been around for nearly 30 years, servicing the hot rod, muscle car and street machine scene. And here's some of the latest products from Billet Specialties. Now, Billet Specialties have been renowned for some of their serpentine belt accessory drive kits, wheels, steering wheels and a whole world of products that they have available. But these babies here are what we call the Streamline series. Air filters, rocker covers, these ones here are to suit small block Chevy. And you'll notice they've gone for that real stealth black look. It's become very, very popular. Over the years, polished billet products have been very, very popular amongst people in the auto scene. But there's a lot of people now starting to change to that more stealthy black look for that pro touring type look and feel. It's very popular over in the US right now. You've also got products here like these pedals, these aftermarket pedals. Sensational look, either floor mounted or OEM style fitment. Things like these dimmer switches here. And check out these Pro bolts. They've actually been designed with Billet Specialties in conjunction with Troy Tapania from Rad Rides, the renowned car builder over in the US. They're a great looking bit of gear, these Pro bolts, including a recessed washer. Fantastic for fitment of panels or just about any application where you want that nice, clean and flush look on your street machine, hot rod or muscle car.
To download your free copy of the Rocket Industries and Aeroflow Performance Parts catalogues, go to the sponsor section at the Gasolene website. Click on the links and download away. With over 650 combined pages of performance parts and accessories, you're sure to find everything you need for your car.
You've been watching Gasolene.
Well, here we are at the business end. I can't believe I'm actually sitting inside a Spitfire cockpit. I've got to say, Pete, it does feel quite claustrophobic in here. Everything's so tight. The screen, everything, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it was minimum size. Get you tucked behind that big engine, get it all streamlined behind it. So yeah, they made it as small as possible.
For aerodynamics, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, yep.
Really, all you were was something to control a gun platform, and that's what they wanted to do.
And did the pilot have much protection in the plane? Was there much in the way of reinforcements around the cockpit?
Mainly just behind him there was armour plate behind to stop the measurements coming in from behind. But other than that, that was about it. Unfortunately, we lost a few due to catching on fire.
And I've also heard that some of the pilots had very little experience. They were basically thrown in the deep end because there was no choice.
That's right. I mean, they had to get them through as quick as possible. The guys would, say, come to a base like Temora, do a bit of flying in Tiger Moths, learn how to fly, move down the road to Uranquini, just south of Wagga, do a bit of flying in some Wirraways, and then they would be off into the deep end to fly Spitfires. So, yeah, they were doing that with less than 50 hours of flying under their belt, going and fighting for their nation, basically.
Amazing stuff. So they did an incredible job.
They did.
I think Winston Churchill said something like, never has so much been done in battle by so few. Yeah.
For so many.
For so many. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
Well, thanks so much for letting me sit in this cockpit. I've got to say, I feel quite emotional. I never thought I'd be sitting inside a Spitfire. It's a lifetime dream of mine. Thank you so much, Peter.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Well, viewers, that's it for the Temora 1000. She's all over, and what an event it has been. I can't wait to get Project Warhorse finished, and Michael Curson can't wait to get his XA finished so we can get down here and go for a blast down this strip. Can't wait. What an event. There's been some fantastic cars here and also some fantastic aircraft. I can't believe I got to sit in a real Spitfire. To be honest with you, I felt quite emotional. Didn't know how to feel, but wow, what an opportunity of a lifetime. Anyway, viewers, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode of Gasolene.
And remember, viewers, if you want to see past Gasoline episodes, go to shannons.com.au. Click on the Gasoline link and enjoy. And remember, this is a whole new season of Gasoline with new episodes every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m, Australia-wide.
Gasoline is proudly brought to you by Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts, and the following sponsors. I'm Michael Curson, producer creator of Gasoline. Hope you enjoy.